Good morning. It's November 29th, 2022. Safe to come out. So, my last video I had mentioned that I had some issues with the paint. When I had laid the paint on, the body was cold. I put it on a little too thick, and down the bottom was all runs. So this time I really got the garage heated up. I made sure that the paint was only thin enough. I kept adding thinner until I sprayed it and I liked the pattern. So I went right to that limit and I mixed the whole quart, that thin. So that helped. Paying a little more attention to detail. I think I just thought I was a pro and went, and I'm not a pro. So you guys know I use Rust-Oleum. It's an oil-based paint. I cut it with 87 octane gasoline, and I use Japan dryer to help dry it. And the reason I use the cheap paint is basically I'm putting this in prime, but not just gray prime. I'm adding some color to it, and it helps to sell it. And I am going to sell this. This is a project that I will sell and try to make a profit. And I find that when I show a picture of it in primer versus showing it with some color on it, makes a lot of difference. I get a lot more responses to my ads. And this is, face it, it's an 84 vehicle. Even though it's got, low mileage on it, it's going to be hard to sell. It's a van truck with a 1 ton. I mean, everybody's going to want this, so I try to do something just to get it to, to help the sale. So I put the first coat on. I put it on light so you can see bleed through, but that's okay. It's only the first coat. And I used the paint the other day to help, pick out, because it seemed, when you do like a pre-paint, they call it, it helps you to pick out all the little chips and stuff that you might have missed. And I found a lot of little chips up in the front fender here that most of my fabrication was in the rear. I didn't pay a lot of attention to the front fenders. I found a lot of little chips there. But, again, like I said, I'm using the Rust-Oleum, cutting it with 87 octane and adding the Japan dry. And I'm keeping the price down. This truck is going to be completed in under, I don't like to give a price because if somebody sees it and then I want a lot more. But, I'll just say that I think I'm going to easily be able to double my money on this truck. Very easily. If not a little more. Because I don't have too much into it. It's mostly my labor. So, in my de-hoarding effort, I've been spending a little time here and there coming out and opening this thing up. And what I do is I break the wood up into small pieces and I burn it in the garage while I'm working in there. This is going to be a winter project. So my plan is when I need firewood, I'll come out here, wreck some, put it in the trash can, take it over there by the door, and I'll use it to heat my garage. Sounds crazy maybe to some, but what are you going to do with the wood? And it's wood. Look at this stuff. That's clean yellow pine. Why would I not burn that, And since I have the right kind of wood stove to do it, no problem. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island, where we'll burn anything for heat. Talk to you later, guys.